closer look at Ivanka Trump in the White House just over a month into her father's presidency. First daughter emerging as a political force front and center at high-profile meetings, shaping policy behind the scenes. Paula Ferris here with the story. Good morning, Paula.
Good morning, George. You mentioned policy. It's unprecedented for a first daughter to delve into the world of policy. Ivanka Trump hosting a meeting with Republican lawmakers to discuss issues she's passionate about, like childcare benefits and paid maternity leave. Now, the White House maintains her role is unofficial, but Ivanka is busier than ever. She's one of the president's closest confidants. And Thursday was first daughter Ivanka's most active day yet in Washington, at the table tweeting about a great session with business leaders, and just hours later by her father's side again at a roundtable on human trafficking.
Well, I want to thank Dina and Ivanka and everybody for working so hard to set this up.
The 35-year-old mother of three stepping out of the shadows after first insisting, unlike her husband Jared, she wouldn't formally serve in her father's administration, focusing instead on settling her family in Washington, D.C.
I've said throughout the campaign that I am very passionate about certain issues and that I want to fight for them, but not in a formal administrative capacity.
But in the past few weeks, there she was at her father's side boarding Marine One to honor a fallen Navy SEAL at the Resolute desk after a meeting with Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Even that unprecedented meeting, the first daughter hosting Republican members of Congress at the White House to discuss a child care tax proposal and paid maternity leave.
We just simply haven't seen the offspring of a president play such an active role in the White House, both as an aide and sort of quasi-first lady.
Press Secretary Sean Spicer insisting to our Cecilia Vega on Thursday, Ivanka's role remains unofficial.
I think her role is to be helpful and provide input on a variety of areas that she has deep, passionate concerns about, especially in the area of women in the workforce and empowering women.
But still not a formal role?
No, nothing more than you've seen now.
Not a formal role right there. Ivanka does not have an official office at the White House. I'm told by the administration that she is mainly working from home, and neither Ivanka nor her husband Jared are being compensated for their duties and contributions. But George, you saw she's by her father's side, some of those biggest moments, quickly becoming a power player in Washington.
Certainly is. Paula Ferris, thanks very much. Let's talk to Cokie Roberts about this right now. And Cokie, I'm tempted to say, who needs a formal role when you have this much power?
Right, exactly right. I mean, even the First Lady isn't exactly a formal role. We just have deemed it such. But Ivanka Trump is playing a role in the West Wing, not the East Wing, where the First Lady presides. And it's one on issues that she has said she cares about. And I have to tell you, George, I'm delighted she's there talking about child care and maternity leave. And often when you look at those pictures, she's the only non-white male in the room. So good for her. I'm glad she's there.
Yeah, and we're seeing the influence in a lot of different ways. She's affecting the president's schedule. That is critical. Who the president meets with often determines policy. She's intervened, we are told, on a couple of different issues at times, including most recently, perhaps to influence the president's position on climate change. So she can work her influence in many different ways because she is so close to the president.
That's exactly right, and that's what we've seen with families, mainly with first ladies who. And, you know, it upsets people when I say this, but the First Lady is the most powerful woman in the country because she has the ear, first thing in the morning and last thing at night, of the most powerful man in the country. And Ivanka Trump is coming very, very close to that with her tremendous influence and nearness to her father.
One of the things that Hillary Clinton learned is that the more formal that role gets, the more the greater possibilities and pitfalls will come up as well.
Absolutely. And, you know, Laura Bush, the day September 11th happened, Laura Bush was on Capitol Hill to testify about early childhood education, which was a passion of hers. But she, of course, got deflected because of the attacks. But First Ladies have lots of roles, but the more formal, the less powerful.
Okay, Cokie Roberts, thanks very much.